Joining us now from the Heritage Foundation, former acting DHS Deputy Chief of Staff Lora Ries. It's great to have you back on. What's your reaction to the news that apprehensions at the border is now at a more than 20-year high? They topped 212,000 in July. That's more than 5 times what the number was last year. What do you say?
Well, the numbers were already historic under this administration, and now, unfortunately, they continue to rise. It was a 13% increase just since last month, and so now it's really time to hit the panic button.
All right, U.S. Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz, he says the border is, quote, the most complicated he's ever experienced. We've got the outgoing Border Patrol Chief, he's Rodney Scott. He says, yes, this is a national security crisis. Let's watch this. Watch.
I see other people talk about our mission, your mission, in the context of it being immigration, or the current crisis today being an immigration crisis. And I challenge you that I firmly believe that it is a national security crisis. Immigration is just a subcomponent of it, and right now it's just cover for massive amounts of smuggling going across the southwest border.
He's talking about crime. What do you say?
He's right. It is a national crisis, and it's a shame that he's leaving. Americans see this for what it is, and although Secretary Mayorkas of Homeland Security continues to describe their policies as safe, humane, and orderly, Americans see that they are anything but. And what is also shocking is Congress right now is pushing for an amnesty package to legalize millions of aliens who came here unlawfully, particularly those who came here as children. And right now, we've just experienced 19,000 unaccompanied children cross that border in last month. And so it's important that Americans speak up and tell their members of Congress to reject amnesty and to not build our immigration system on the backs of children.
You know, nonpartisan experts who study borders around the world have said they do not see borders abused around the world like they are in the U.S. Now, the U.S. is not anti-immigration. If people are frustrated, don't take it out on immigrants. Take it out on people making the policies. We've got also Democrats saying the border is not spreading COVID. We've got media pundits saying that, but the CDC is not tracking it. A recent presidential briefing said that 1/5 of detained illegal migrant families have tested positive for the coronavirus. We've got NBC reporting that. What do you say?
Yes, unfortunately, in addition to a national security crisis right now, we have a public health crisis. Americans are facing mask mandates and vaccine mandates all over again, and Americans are fed up after the last year and a half of living with COVID and all these restrictions. Yet so many illegal aliens can cross the border regardless of their health condition. And Americans are fed up. They need to speak out about it, and even mayors, and Catholic charities along the southern border are waving the white flag saying, please get control of this while COVID cases are rising yet again.
So how can anyone, Democrat, Republican, media pundit, how can anyone say definitively that the border is not an issue for COVID when the CDC and the government is not tracking it? I mean, shouldn't this be a hair on fire moment for the government and for Dr. Fauci and for the CDC, the NIH to get down there? Because the New York Times is already reporting that migrants are crossing from more than 100 countries. What do you say?
That's right. And as we see COVID cases rise yet again, and we know that high percentages of migrants are testing positive for this, they should be asked where are they coming from, and those positive cases should be tracked. It's only fair to Americans who have lived under such difficult situation for the last year and a half. And unfortunately, this administration keeps putting Americans last and illegal immigrants first.
Lora Ries, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.